Hi, this is Mr. Evilcheese, and this is my review of the WWE Elite Series Andre the Giant. Holy shit, he's a big son of a bitch. And he should be bigger than my figure, because mine's made from a Randy Orton. And, yeah, it looks like he's quite a bit taller than me. And that's okay with me, because Andre the Giant's supposed to be freaking huge, man. Like 7 foot something, 7 foot 4, something like that. I don't know. They always exaggerate their heights anyway, so I don't know how tall he really was. But he was a huge son of a bitch, man. I feel bad. Well, I shouldn't call him son of a bitch, because supposedly he's a really nice guy, so yeah. Now I feel bad. But yeah, he let me borrow his hair. It doesn't really stay on my head too well, but there it goes. And I'm glad the hair is a separate piece. I really like how the Elite figures, it reminds me kind of like how Hasbro is making, like, you can have alternate versions with the Star Wars figures or some of the Marvel characters. And it's kind of like this. You can make him Andre with short hair or Andre with fro, which is basically what this looks like. And it looks kind of funny. Like, I'm glad he didn't just come with just this head and that was it, because I didn't like it when his hair was like that. I thought it was kind of silly. But yeah, I'm glad it's an option. And he comes with his one strap singlet, and that's removable, because often he would also just wear like the blue trunks, and you can have that version of him too. And I think he had big hair back then when he wore this version. That looks right to me, with the big hair and the undies. But I think for most people he's more recognizable with this on, so I'm just going to put that back on him. So here's the package. I already opened them, as you could tell, and there's a picture on there of him, and an actual photo from one of his matches. He looks pretty happy about what's going on there. And there's some other people you can get. CM Punk, I know who he is. Never watched one of his matches, because I don't watch wrestling anymore. I haven't watched it in a long time. These two guys who I've never seen in my life. Never seen this guy either, because I just don't watch wrestling. Goldust, yeah, I've seen him, because he was around back when I used to watch it. And that's the front of the package. It's a pretty cool picture there. And yeah, description: towering over all his competition. It says he was 7'4", 500 pounds. That is huge. And I know they're probably exaggerating a little, but still, there's no denying this guy was freaking huge. And it says he had an undefeated streak for 15 years. I didn't even know that. Like, was that during WWF? Because I'm pretty sure he got beat. Like, Hogan beat him, and I don't know. Maybe that was before, like, he even came to WWF. I don't know. And it also says he has shocking amount of agility. Now, it's no fault of his own. I mean, he was a big guy and he had the disease or whatever, but he didn't seem that agile. He kind of was slow. But still, like, I just remember the superstars would, like, I call them superstars. The other wrestlers would punch him and hit him and couldn't knock him down, and he would just give him one big blow and slam him down, and that was how he won his matches. I don't remember him being too agile. But maybe I just have a bad memory. Oh, and by the way, you should really check out my Andre the Giant video from The Walking Dead. Did sort of like a parody video of this character, because I didn't really like this character in the show, but I called her Andrea the Giant simply because I made fun of the Shane Walsh Walking Dead figure and called him Shane McMahon. So I figured I'd keep her video similar with the wrestling thing and made her Andrea the Giant. And I kind of Photoshop her head onto his body a couple times. It's kind of ridiculous, but enough about that. I think his figure's really cool. I like his head. Like, it looks so much like him. And lots of the figures, they scan the wrestler's face, but he's been dead for quite some time, so they must have, I don't know how, I guess they probably maybe just sculpted it, or maybe made like a 3D model of him on the computer. I don't know how they did it, but I think it looks a hell of a lot like him. It's got his noticeable features, like he just got a really large face, and I think it had to do with the disease he had. I think it's the same disease that the Big Show has, but I think the Big Show's just in better shape. I think they're, I don't know the whole story, but I think they're taking care of it better with him. And I don't know if they couldn't help it with Andre or what it was, but supposedly that's what ended up killing him, was that disease, which is kind of sad because he's supposed to be a really nice guy, and this sucks that he had to go that way. He could have still been around, maybe. But he's one of the most recognizable wrestlers of all time, one of the most famous wrestlers of all time. Some of the younger people might not know him as well, but they probably still hear of him because WWE still talks about him, and it's getting close to WrestleMania time, and so I'm sure even the new people have heard of him. He's just a huge guy, and the Big Show was like similar. He was similar in size, so the way they marketed it, the Big Show, was a lot like how they did Andre the Giant. It even said when he went to WCW that he was his son, or they hinted that it was Andre the Giant's son, which was a lie, but whatever, wrestling makes up stories, so it worked. But I really like the scale, because they try to scale them to the height they're supposed to be, so he should be a lot taller than Stone Cold, which he is, as you can see. And the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man. See, Andre's just bigger than all of them. Even the Undertaker. The Undertaker is what, 6'10" and a half or 6'11", somewhere around there. He's a really tall guy, but still, Andre should be a little taller than him, and he is. So that makes sense. Now, I don't think these two ever fought. I think about the time the Undertaker showed up, Andre was not doing too good, so I don't think he had any matches left. I don't even know if he's wrestling at all at that point, but I don't think these two ever fought. No, I know they didn't, because I was a big Undertaker fan, and I've seen most of his main matches, and I don't remember anything about him and Andre the Giant. So, Undertaker fought his share of Giants, so they always try to get him against a Giant, like Giant Gonzalez and Kane, and who else they have him against? Diesel. Every time a Giant comes along, gotta have him against the Undertaker. Psycho Sid, Big Show, but don't think these two ever fought, which is sad. It would have been nice to see that. So, I really like this figure. I think it's really cool. I like the options, even though this is the option I'm going to keep him in, just because that's the one that I always think of. The short hair, the one strapped singlet. But still, I'm glad that this came with this hair, because I'm probably going to use this on things. And it looks so funny. Zombie Cat put it on him like this the other day, came back to me, and I'm like, what the hell? It's got like a frohawk or something, I don't know, like a overgrown frohawk. And it also looks kind of funny like this too. He put it on backwards. It's like he's some kind of giant caveman Elvis or something. Like, oh, yeah, that was for Foo. But now I got something to wear from time to time. And I've been getting certain WWE wrestlers. Most of them are the classic ones that I don't know, the ones I'm just like, I want that one. Like, there's some classic characters that I'm like, I don't want that one. I'm just really picky on these. But Andre the Giant, I wanted that one. Stone Cold, I did. Ultimate Warrior. I mean, the ones that really stood out to me when I was a kid, and even in later times, like Stone Cold came a little later, and Undertaker. But yeah, I want a Hulk Hogan too, because although Hulk Hogan's got gets a lot of heat from people, he was still really big back then, and he's still really popular now. But I would like a Hulk Hogan Elite. I know they made customs. I don't think they made an official Elite figure, at least of his classic look. I don't know, maybe they did, I don't know, but I didn't see it. I would like to get one though. I've also got a Shawn Michaels laying around here somewhere. I don't know where he is. I was going to do a review, but I never did it. But yeah, I really like this Andre figure, and I just got him at Toys R Us. It's the only one they had, and usually I don't see the classic ones. Usually I see the whole series and I say, hey, the classic dude's on the back here, and I look for him and he's not there. Somebody already took him. But whatever. This is Mr. Evilcheese. Thanks for watching my review of Andre the Giant WWE Elite action figures, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Well, it's Andre the Giant tonight.
That reminds me, didn't he, like, for like a long time not even have like a theme song? He just walked out to no music, like I don't need no entrance music. Except his voice was really deep. Like,
I don't need no entrance music. Look at the size of me.
Zombie Cat said she didn't really want to do this video because she just didn't know what to say about him because she don't really know much about Andre the Giant because he's just too young. But let's help her to know him a little better. I don't know what that accent was, but no, I got a lisp. Damn it.
Oh, Zombie Cat, look, is this the camera that you like to dance in front of? Is that the one? Oh, oops. Sorry, Mr. Evilcheese, dropped the wife. Remember the wife's a cat. It's kinda messed up. Freak.
Oh, damn it, man! You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh!